शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Vayam brisham tatra nilam. Okay, where is that? You can recite this one. Vayam brisham tatra mahanilambubher nihanyamana muhurambu samplave. See, this is wrongly given. This should be muhurambu samplave. There's a mistake in the Sanskrit. Nihanyamana, muhu means again and again. See, if you see the word to word, you will find muhurambu. See, continuously, correct? Muhuhu, ambu samplave. Somehow by mistake it's put muhurambu. It should be muhur. Vayam brisham tatra mahanilambu bhir Nihanyamana muhurambu samplave. Muhurambu samplave. Dishavidanto taparasparam vane. Grihita hasta paribabri maturaha. See, this is spoken by Lord Krishna to Sudama when Sudama went to Dwarka. Krishna is telling, Vayam means we both of us. And Brisham means Bhayankaram. Tatra, at that time, Maha Nilambubir. There was a huge flood of water coming from all four directions in the forest when we both had gone to forest to fetch firewood. Why we had gone? Because Grihita hastaha paribabri matura. Mother, Guru Mata, Mathura, Guru Mata, who is Sandipani Muni's wife, she had told us to bring the firewood. Grihita hastaha, we were catching each other's hands. And paribabri matura, on the order of the mother, we were carrying firewood on our hands. One hand we were carrying firewood, another hand we were catching each other's hands. And nihanyamana muhurambu samplave. We were stranded in the middle of the jungle in that flood of water. It was all pitch dark. There was lightning and thunder in the sky. There was a heavy rains. And I was calling you, Sudama, and you were calling me, Krishna. Both of us were calling each other from long distance. Disho Abhidantota. We lost the direction. Parasparamane. And we also lost each other for some time. Until through the sound coming from different directions, we found out, came closer, and we met with each other. So like this, Krishna is talking about a flashback from the Gurukula days. With whom? Sudamaya. So what is so special about this verse? Grihita hasta, the catching each other's hands means loving relationship. And Paribabri Mathura, carrying the firewood means Guru's mission. Because Guru has given you a task of bringing firewood, so you have to fulfill the duty given by Guru. But while fulfilling the duty, we have to cultivate loving relationships with fellow devotees. Correct, no? So some people ask, what is more important? Relationships are important or seva is important? Answer is both. Correct, no? That's what this verse proves. So, Grihita hastaha paribabri matura. So, this evening we are discussing about the topic of dedication. So, what is dedication? Definition of dedication is anything, anywhere, anytime. Repeat. If you are ready for such a service, then you are dedicated. Prabhuji, give me any service, any time of the day, anywhere in the world, I am your man. Such a devotee is called what devotee? Dedicated. So one time, Srila Prabhupada called three couples, husband, wives, in America. And he told them that I wanted to send you three of you to London for preaching. So Malati Mataji asked, Prabhupada, we are just about 1.5, 2 years old. How can we go and preach? We don't know what to preach. Prabhupada said, that you don't worry, I will train you in 1 week. He said, in 1 week, what training Prabhupada gave? How to play kartal, and how to sing Hare Krishna, and how to beat Mirdangam, and how to speak basic philosophy. That's all he taught. And Prabhupada said, go confidently, don't worry. Preach in London. So they all took Prabhupada's instruction on their heads and they went to London. And there, they had no one known. They got one address of one Western lady. Her name was Elizabeth Towell. She got initiated by Gaudiya Math, some sannyasi. Her name was Vinod Vani Dasi. So they went and battered the door. So she saw them and opened that, who are you guys? Then they introduced themselves. We are Srila Prabhupada's disciples. And Prabhupada was also a part of Gaudiya, but before he's a disciple of Aksansis Thakur. So you are already a Krishna devotee. So we want some help in London. She said, oh, I have to consult my superiors and check about you guys, and all that. But there was nothing favorable which came from her side. She said, I will get back to you, and nothing was gotten back. Then they were wandering in the streets and they found 3 boxes, like you have seen milk booth in India? Milk booths. Like the 3 shacks were there, the side of the road. And they opened the shack and saw it was Kali inside. So 3 families occupied 3 shacks on the side of the road. It's like 3 cardboard boxes, big boxes, because it's a very cold winter. She occupied. And one of the 3 couples had one small little daughter also. The name was Saraswati, little daughter. Very small child, baby, very young baby. It was a baby on the lap. So imagine your Mataji with a small baby going on a preaching mission. Think about it. In India, will anybody send a lady with a small baby for preaching like that? But you can see the 3 couples went like that. But although they were living in 3 shacks, Morning when they would get up, they would vigorously go out and distribute books, meet people and preach to people. They were doing that very vigorously. So here, and then one place there was one rich man who said, "You see, one of you guys is a carpenter, which is Shyam Sundar Prabhu. Huh? So I have some carpentry work. You may have to work 8 hours a day. Huh? If you do that work, then I will give you guys accommodation." He said. They thought it's a very good idea. Then they occupied the place. Huh? They were accommodated and they were cooking and everything. And they were going out on book distribution. Whatever money came, with that they purchased grocery, oil, sugar, rice and everything, and they started cooking. Small ashram type of setup they made. They were all staying and running the show like that. Within 4 months, they made 4 devotees. Huh. And those 4 devotees joined them. Now how many totally? 10 devotees now. Because 3 couples and 4 more boys. They also joined Sankirtan. They all came from book distribution. Then Madhumati said, "Hey, we should tell Prabhupada, 4 fellows have joined us. Huh? So we should tell Prabhupada that preaching is very successful." So when they called Prabhupada, Prabhupada came on phone, and when they told Prabhupada was so happy. These 4 boys were learning how to make chapatis, how to cook. They were also learning how to play mridangam, how to play kartal. Newly joined. And Prabhupada said, "After hearing your preaching, I am so enthusiastic. I am eager to come and see all of you. I am thinking of a plan next year, I'll tell you." Meanwhile, Shyam Sundar Prabhu wanted to cultivate George Harrison, who was actually the Beatles group. In those days, the Beatles group was so popular. If you want to know how popular they were, these 4 of them were there. Amongst them, George Harrison was the main person. There is Yoko, and all these people. But he was a very prominent person in the group. So this George Harrison, it is said, after taking bath, if you would wipe with a towel and throw it, they would cut the towel into this much size. And each of that, people were ready to pay 10,000 pounds, 20,000 pounds for this much size cloth. The Mahaprasad kind of thing. So much. And when you were at airport, the flight would arrive. If George Harrison was in the flight, the crowd would just break through, and the airport, authorities couldn't do anything. They would just push and go to the plane, and when he would be coming down from the plane, it is said people would climb on the top of the plane and upside down see through the window, like that. So it was such a crowd of people watching him and asking for autograph and clicking photos, standing with him and clicking photos. Very, very popular. Beatles group was the group at that time. Such a famous. So to meet him wasn't a very easy thing. And there were 200 people waiting, hours and hours to meet him. Shyam Sundar Prabhu wore dhoti, kurta, shika also. He went and sat amongst those 200 people, hoping to get an audience from George Harrison. When George Harrison entered, straight away he looked at this strange personality, because everybody else was in their coat suit, boot tie and everything. But this person was in dhoti kurta. He was having a tilak also. He straight came to Shyam Sundar and said, he said, "You are from Hare Krishna?" He asked him. And he said, "Yes." He said, "Come with me." He just picked him up, took him inside. All others were wondering, we were waiting for hours. He's taking one person. Because George Harrison told him, "I am just returning from India." He said, and in India he had learned Mahamantra, Hare Krishna mantra. He said, "I loved this raga. I loved this tune. I also heard about Bhaktivedanta Swami and all of you guys in America. You are all doing, I wanted to meet you guys, and you yourself have come to me." And Shyam Sundar was such a friendship builder. He became very thick friends with George. Because Shyam Sundar was at the bottom of the heart, he was always a well-wisher for whomever he connected. He was such a good friend. He didn't go with any motivation or any expectation. He just wanted to make George Harrison a devotee. That was his only intention. Although many people had come to George with various things for asking for funds and everything. So Shyam Sundar cultivated him. And very soon George picked up. And then when he came to meet this group of people, he invited the whole group. 3 couples went there. And he was deeply touched by Yamuna Mataji singing with the harmonium. Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal. Then he said, hey, you guys are singing so nicely with instruments. If you want, I can make a album with you. We can make Radha Krishna temple. So you must have heard that. Jaya Gaura Chande Harati Keshobha. How many have you heard that? This tune, correct? This is also there, and also Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram Hare Hare. सब लोग बोलिए Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. So you will find in that album, this is one tune you will find. And also the other famous one, Govinda Adi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govinda. So Prabhupada was in tears when he heard this singing of Yamuna Mataji. And Prabhupada said, this is very transcendental, he said. This should be played in every temple in the morning. So, and even George was very touched by hearing this. And then this recording was made, and that album made ISKCON popular where? The entire globe. Millions of those CDs went practically. Because it was very good quality. It was a solid, very nice performance. Plus, it was recommended by Beatles. It went. Then they invited Prabhupada to come. So George Harrison had a nugget manner, which he gifted it to Prabhupada. Then it came to be called as Bhaktivedanta manner. Then it became a very big preaching place. So here is an example of this, just three couples who put aside their comforts, conveniences, correct, and went to a foreign place, unknown place. They were not big preachers. Just Prabhupada told them later on, you were all successful. And then in the fifth or sixth year, within 3 years, they had conducted one very big Rath Yatra festival, where it came in the newspaper. Jagannath Rath Yatra in London startles London. The Hare Krishna's the Jagannath Rath Yatra startles London, and it is the height of the Rath is taller than Eiffel Square. There is one very tall building. It was as tall as that. So Prabhupada was very happy that this small group of devotees went and made Hare Krishna mantra so popular in the in the London. So when you talk about dedication, these people were like what I told you: anything, anywhere, anytime. One time Prabhupada was in train, and Prabhupada told Yamuna Mataji, I wish I get a plate of hot rice to eat. but it is not possible in a train. So Mataji went and told the people in the train that I immediately need a hot rice. They said, we don't have, She said, no, my spiritual master wants it. She said, if you don't give me, I will jump out now. I'll go and get somewhere from some other shop. They were shocked, my lord. Of course, they arranged for a very fresh rice. They allowed her to cook in the pantry, and the devotees served Prabhupada hot rice, and Prabhupada was amazed. They were ready to serve Prabhupada anywhere they were sent. In Delhi, when Prabhupada was coming in a train, one Delhi wala fellow, he met Prabhupada. Swamiji, what amazing work you are doing in America. I wish, something like this starts in Delhi. He said. And Prabhupada asked him, where are you living? He said, I'm living in Delhi. He said. And Prabhupada said, oh, if I send some devotee to Delhi, can you help them start some activity? He said, oh, by all means. I can give donations, I can give land, I can arrange for everything. And Prabhupada had Gurudas Prabhu, he called Gurudas Prabhu, call him. Yeah. Gurudas Prabhu, please go with this fellow. He said, and Gurudas Prabhu is new in India. Prabhupada, where I should go? I am going to Juhu, Bombay with all devotees. Prabhupada said, no, others will go to Juhu, you go to Delhi now. He sent him with that man. And Gurudas also went in the very early days of Delhi. So he certainly did some service there, and afterwards, later on, Paramahansa Gopaksha Maharaj was sent there after that. But the point is, this is the kind of dedication they had. You can understand any service, anytime, anywhere they were sent. You all must have heard the story of Aruni, Aruni was sitting in a class like this, and his guru saw the heavy rains, thunderbolt in the sky, and Aruni was the best boy in the class. He said, Aruni, go to the field and check, make sure that the water does not come in too much into the field. It will spoil all the crops. So make sure that put some mud, put some blockage so that water will be prevented from coming into our fields. So when Aruni went there, he saw the pathway had broken and water was already coming into the field. He tried to stop it by putting, no matter how much amount of stones and sand he would put, that was insufficient. It would break it again and again, repeatedly. Water was gushing. Seeing that I am unable to fulfill Guru's desire, order, what did he do? He lied down himself, and his body was like freezing. When Guru came with all the other disciples to see, he was like shocked. My Lord, who can be like this? In a similar manner, in this also, where is the verse here? In this verse also, after this you will find when Guru is saying that, you see, Etat viditva udite ravau sandipanir guruhu anveshamano nashishyan acharyo pashyat aturan. Read the translation, one of you. Was the mic with you? Our Guru. Read it, take the mic.
Our Guru, Sandipani, understanding our predicament, set out after sunrise to search for us, his disciples, and found us in distress.
Yeah. So the whole night they could not return back to the Gurukula. Then Guru was worried in the morning, hey, where are these two children who went to fetch firewood? So he went to forest. And then there he saw, and then this is the verse he said. Aho he putra ka yuyam asmadarte ati dukkitaha Atma vai praninam preshthas Tamanadritya matparaha. So Guru is calling the Shishyas as Putraka. Oh, my dear children, Asmat arte ati dukkita. For my sake you took so much trouble. He is saying. That means for the Guru's sake the Shishya takes a lot of trouble to serve. Atma vai praninam preshthas, he is saying. For all living beings, their own body is very dear. Correct, no? For all the living beings in this world, for example, night you want to sleep, you make a nice bedding and put one pillow, put one blanket, sometimes put a mosquito net. We all prepare a very good bed for who? For ourselves, correct, no? Right. Similarly, we make a plate for ourselves, prasadam, on this side and this side. Make sure Right, don't miss out sweet. So far, everybody takes care of their own thing very nicely. But what you two guys have done, you're saying Krishna and Swama, Tamana Adratyamat Paraha, you did not care about your body. Here comes the point. Dedication means uh, one cares for the mission of the Guru, and one is not in a comfort zone thinking about my food, my clothing, my own thing. I, me, mine. Not like that. Read the translation. Yeah, where is the mic? Sandipani said,
Sandipani said, "O my children, you have suffered so much for my sake. The body is most dear to every living creature, but you are so dedicated to me that you completely disregarded your own comfort."
yeah. So, this way Guru was very pleased. And then, here he is saying, Yetadev hi satshishyaih kartavyam guru nishkritam yad vai vishuddha bhavena sarvartatmarpanam gurau. Read translation.
This indeed is the duty of all true disciples, to repay the debt to their spiritual master by offering him with pure hearts their wealth and even their very lives.
So, one should, a true disciple, why he should repay the debt? What the debt first we should know. See, in this world, a Shudra can help you lift a luggage, coolie. A Vaishya can offer you some donation, offer you some loan, correct now. A Kshatriya can save you your body from a tiger or a lion or something in the forest. A Brahmana can relieve you of the stress and depression in the mind by giving you some upadesh. But a Vaishnava can dispatch you from Buloka to Goloka. Like this. So out of the 5 people, who does the best service? Vaishnava, correct now? Because he puts a full stop to all your sufferings. It's like, in a jail, somebody can give you, if it's very cold, they can give you a blanket. If mosquitoes are biting, they can give you a mosquito net. But if somebody can take you out of the jail, that is Vaishnava. Out of the jail of material world, correct now? So, yeah, see the last line. The spiritual master does not exploit the disciple, but rather engages him fully in Krishna consciousness for whose benefit? For disciples, eternal benefit. This is very important now. Sometimes some boys think, oh, ISKCON are dangerous fellows, they engage us in so much service. If you become a little serious devotee, you'll be caught for service. When you hear this, I only laugh. Why? Because once a Zamindar arranged one maths teacher to teach maths to the boy, his son. So the maths teacher gave a lot of homework because the boy was very dull in mathematics. So the teacher would teach also. After teaching 1 hour, the teacher would tell him to do another homework for 1 hour. So this boy would do 1 hour homework every day. After 1 month, the Zamindar was giving some salary to the teacher. And the boy was seeing that and told the father, Papa, I did all the homework, you are giving salary to teacher. As if the teacher has punished him by giving homework. The teacher gave homework for whose benefit? Huh? So ultimately who gets the benefit? Student gets the benefit, correct now? So similarly when you do service, you benefit because ascending service, descending mercy, correct now? You do seva and you take mercy and go. So when Guru engages a disciple in service, it is the idea of the Guru is to see that the disciple gets purified. And then with a purified heart, then one can go back. Because while entering service, initially there are motives which will eventually get purified. For example, initially if somebody is calling you for book distribution, you will ask, I will distribute books, but score will come in my name or not? Okay, but your name will be another. Then I am coming. Correct, no? So we have some fruity mentality also when we do some service. So we may do service initially out of some motives. I will get something. Like one man was telling in Bombay, he came on a Sunday, somehow he stumbled across a temple. There was a dancing kirtan going on in temple hall and they pulled him into kirtan. He also danced. Then they gave him a big plate. It was a festival day. They had made pulao, kadi, rasamalai, puran puli, all those things. He was shocked. So he said, but how much is the plate? They said, it's free. He was like amazed, really? They said, every Sunday we have like this. And he asked, every Sunday you give full plate? Yes. Yeah. Am I allowed to bring my wife also? You can bring everybody. Then he brought his wife and 3 children, 2 sons, 1 daughter, everybody he brought. And all of them got one full plate. And this fellow was telling his wife, you see, if you go to hotel, you have to spend 2,000 rupees for this. Now here they are giving free prasad. Like that he was thinking. But after coming to temple, just for a few months of coming, immediately devotees caught him and gave him mala, and he started chanting at 16 rounds. Started chanting, and he became such an advanced devotee. He gave big donation to temple. Then he looked back and thought, oh, I took a few plates of prasad, I gave big donation to temple. He thought he's tricking Krishna, Krishna tricked him. So, these are Krishna's reciprocation with the devotee. So, actually, ultimately, he became a counselor in Bombay. He became a counselor. Now he's guiding hundreds of families now. Anyway, he's a big preacher now. So, but some people calculate materially when they come to ISKCON like this. So, but actually, all that motivational thoughts, motivated mindset will be washed away over a period of time. Now he is a counselor, he's giving donations, he's bringing people, he's giving his sweat and toil now. Correct? So one should know that when we are accepting seva to do service, that is for our own purification. When you are purified, you feel cheerful, you feel very happy, even in this world. And if you continuously get purified all your life, then you become eligible to return back to Godhead at the end of life. So these children, see what he is saying. Tushtoham vo dvijasreshtaha satya santu manorataha chandam sayatayamani bhavantiga paratracha. See, Guru is telling the disciples, Tushto hambho dvijasreshtaha. Oh, you 2 children, I am completely satisfied by your service. So if Guru says, I am satisfied, that's it. Yasya prasadat, yasya aprasadat. That's it. So, in this way, the Guru became completely satisfied with the Shishyas. Correct, no? With these 2 people. And then he is offering them 2 blessings. Satyaha, Santu, Manoratha. May all your innermost desires be fulfilled. He said, that's one blessing he gave. Which means any desire you have, it will be fulfilled. Guru told them. Amazing, no? Now, all of you, I'm sure you will have a list of wishes. What all you want to fulfill. The Guru says, all your wishes will be fulfilled. Just imagine. That's one blessing. Second blessing, Chandamsi ayata yamani bhavantiyo paratracha. He said that the Krishna consciousness that you developed in Gurukula, that will remain ever fresh all your life. It will never become stale or boring for you. This is the second blessing. For example, some people who come to Krishna consciousness, the first year they are jumping up and down Kirtan, very enthusiastic. You can see some of their videos. And then, and then the second year, slowly they become little dull. And third year, you find them missing. You don't find them. Sometimes years later, you find somewhere, like Gauranga Prabhu was telling, one of our friends used to come to IIT. Gauranga Prabhu tried to cultivate him like anything. That fellow will never increase more than 1 round. He was determined to chant only 1 round. Gauranga Prabhu was determined to preach to him. Whole IIT days, every week, Gauranga Prabhu carried prasad for this fellow. And then 16 years later, Gauranga Prabhu met him in America. And he met him and asked, hey, I was searching for you. Now Gauranga Prabhu said, again I will continue cultivating him. He asked him, Abhi kitna mala chal raha? He said, now I have come to 16 rounds. He said. So Gauranga Prabhu said, the prasad I fed him, after 16 years, he is now chanting 16 rounds. So, sometimes people get carried away. People get lost with so many things. But the enthusiasm in Krishna consciousness, it should not be like anar, like a flower pot. You know what is a flower pot? Our part is like this, you have seen that, you keep fire, finished. That's all. That's that much only, right now. On the other hand, see the 10,000 wala, how it is. Any of you, just keep little one spark of fire. Slowly it's up, top, 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 top. And then top, 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 top. You wonder how long will it go on. Correct, no? So you know 10,000, any of you played the 10,000 wala? Correct, no? Just goes on and on. So your Krishna consciousness should be like a flower pot or like 10,000 wala. So that's what Guru said. I bless you that let your Krishna consciousness be 10,000 wala. How the Guru is telling? Chandamsha ayata yamani bhavantiha paratracha. So you will always be blissfully situated in Krishna consciousness. And I have seen also devotees, those who started at one point of time, they just boomed in Krishna consciousness. And they, till the last breath, and then they went back to Godhead. There are people like that. Many proper disciples have already disappeared from the planet also, correct, no? And those who are living in the planet also, with increasing years, our Krishna consciousness should blossom or become dried up. For that to blossom, you need to get blessings. You get blessing, then you can blossom. But to get that blessing, one should be dedicated in rendering service without hesitation. So, this way Guru is blessing them. So you can read the translation? Yeah?
You boys are the best of the twice born, and I am satisfied with you. May all your desires be fulfilled, and may the Vedic mantras you have learned never lose their meaning for you, but remain ever fresh in your minds, in both this world and the next.
That means may Krishna consciousness never lose meaning for you. Let it remain ever fresh in your mind. See, in this world, morning a flower is fresh, evening it's dried up, isn't it? Similarly, you find, banana, you open the cover and leave it on the table, it gets oxidized. Apple, you cut it, it gets oxidized. Or you keep a knife on the table, unused for 1 week, it catches rust. That's the nature of this material world. Things degrade. But similarly, food you cook in the morning and keep it for night or the next day morning, it becomes stale. That's the nature of this world. But one who is blessed by Guru will never become dull in Krishna consciousness. They will. That is one of the symptoms that this person has received blessing, the Guru. Ever fresh in one's life. Like you can, how many of you have seen Prabhupada disciples super enthusiastic, correct, no? Many of them may not know Sanskrit so much. They may not have memorized the shlokas so much, like Indians can do. But they are very enthusiastic in their Krishna consciousness. See this one. So, you can see many of the Prabhupada disciples, even after 50 years, their enthusiasm to serve the Guru did not waver even a bit. I have seen Nizolan Gopaksha Maharaj very closely, because I was directly, he was my reporting authority, correct, no? Till the last day, he was so enthusiastic. He was never tired one moment. Day and night he was printing, publishing, distributing books all across the globe. Even when he was going in the car, so many phone calls would come. Even the last part of his life, he was in a very important board meeting, bureau meeting. The last day he left. So, and as well as Jayapataka Maharaj, you can see how, he got a stroke in 2006, I think. 2006 or 8, I think. 8, yeah, 2008, yeah. Now it is 2026 now, close to 18 years, right? So you can see that, if any of us got a stroke, probably we'll be keeping ourselves in a closed room. We may not want to expose ourselves to the public, what people may say, this and that. But his heart is so much with Krishna that, day and night is preaching and giving lectures and traveling. And, now recently he got Bhakti Sarvabhauma, you know that? He did Bhakti Vaibhav, he did Bhakti Vedant, now he got Bhakti Sarvabhauma also now. He got. And he is actually exemplifying to teach all of us how important it is to study the Shastra. Right now? And also answering questions and giving lectures online. It's extraordinary. There was one program in Calcutta, I was there. There were 3 pictures. Jai Gaur, Sai Krishna, Sai Jagannath. Correct? Those. So 3 people spoke. So Jai Gaur, I think, Ranath Swami was told to speak on Gauranga, I think. And Sai Krishna, there is only Bhakti Swami was there. And Sai Jagannath, there was Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj. They put 3 chairs to speak on Gaur, Krishna and Jagannath. So when my spiritual master was speaking, Ranath Swami was speaking, more than 1/3 of the lecture, he was glorifying His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj. So in that lecture, he was telling, why did His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj get the stroke? And, he's going through this. Then he compared it to Sanatana Goswami. Sanatana Goswami, in his travels through the jungle, he got boils all over his body. So when he came to Jagannath Puri, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu still embraced him, with all the pus in his body and everything. And Sanatana felt very, very bad. He said, my body is oozing, sores and liquid and everything. Your body is golden body. Why do you embrace me? So Mahaprabhu said, Akshno phalam twadrisha darshanam kitano phalam twadrisha gatra sangam jihva phalam twadrisha kirtanam va sudurlabha bhagavata ki loke, like that he said. He said, the perfection of eyesight is to see a Vaishnava like you. The perfection of my sense of touch is to touch the body of a Vaishnava like you. And the perfection of my mouth is to glorify a Vaishnava like you, he said. For in this world, it is rare indeed to see such a pure Vaishnava like you. Like the Lord Chaitanya told, whom? Sanatana Goswami. So, 1 year Sanatana Goswami was like that with all the boils and everything. Mahaprabhu would regularly come and embrace him. So Maharaj was telling, Sanatana Goswami is glorified as one of the greatest of the Goswamis and the eldest of the Goswamis. Why did he get that? He said, Lord wanted to show the world how a devotee's bodily deformities or bodily deficiencies does not hamper his enthusiasm in Krishna consciousness. Sanatana Goswami is writing the spiritual literature, discussing Krishna Katha, did not reduce in any manner because of the bodily problems. And then Maharaj said, in the same manner, it's only Jayapataka Swami's enthusiasm is comparable to what Sanatana Goswami had, like that he compared. And then he said, even with the stroke giving so many problems in his body, he is so enthusiastic, and we guys, we have no stroke, and look at us how dull we are. He was telling how lethargic we are, how we have a healthy body, but our heart is not healthy enough to become more enthusiastic and more dynamic. But you look at him, he has such a body giving so many complications, difficulties at every moment, but his enthusiasm is unwavering. Already he was quoting that, correct, no? So, therefore, that is dedication. So one boy asked a question to His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj that, Maharaj, what keeps you so enthusiastic? The 2 things he said. See, it is Prabhupada's instruction to me that I should preach. So if I do this preaching, Prabhupada will be very pleased. And then he said, when I preach Krishna consciousness and anybody takes little interest, That gives me the greatest bliss. And I forget all my bodily problems, he said. So, these dedication of these type of personalities, and till, such old age, 75, 80, in that age you can see the level of enthusiasm. I'll show you one verse in the Bhagavata. Svakatam sevaya tasya कालेन जरसंगतः पृष्ठो वार्तां प्रति ब्रूयात् भक्तुपादावनुस्मरन्. Read that. Where's the mic with you? Yeah?
Uddhava served the Lord continuously from childhood, and in his old age, that attitude of service never slackened. As soon as he was asked about the message of the Lord, he at once remembered all about him.
When Uddhava was a small kid, he was worshipping Krishna deity. He was decorating Krishna deity with ornaments and jewelry, with necklace and armlets and bracelets and everything. His mother called him, Uddhava, come here for breakfast. He said, no. First I have to dress the Lord, decorate him, offer him bhoga, perform arati for him, only then I will come. He was so enthusiastic even as a small child. And that enthusiasm to serve Krishna, which Uddhava had in his childhood, that attitude of seva never slackened. When? Till old age, he says. So the purport is very special. Read that.
Transcendental service to the Lord is not mundane. The service attitude of a devotee gradually increases and never becomes slackened. Generally, in old age, a person is allowed a retirement from mundane service.
Mundane service means office service, correct, no? What age? What age one is given retirement? 60, yeah. 58 or 60? 60, I think. Okay,
But in the transcendental service of the Lord, there is no retirement at all. On the contrary, the service attitude increases more and
more
with the progress of the age.
See, in spiritual field, once service increases more and more. Like Srila Prabhupada, what was his age when he went to America? See, hippies had a slogan, never trust anyone beyond 30. And Prabhupada was? But hippies gave their heart to Prabhupada. Correct, no? You can see that. In fact, when Prabhupada was preaching in America, one hippie was telling Prabhupada, Swamiji, you are getting chest pain and already you had a couple of heart attacks. In this situation, do you wish to go back to Vrindavan? One of the devotees was asking. Prabhupada said, I will die preaching in Manhattan city. And if I die preaching, you can bury me in one of the tall skyscraper buildings in the top. At least history will say that I died in America preaching, fulfilling the order of my spiritual master. Like that he said. That was his conviction. Although he had already got a couple of heart attacks in ship. And he was feeling chest pain. So on that day he came to the New York temple and he offered obeisance to the picture of his Guru and said, Guru Maharaj, your mission is not yet over in America. But I am again getting chest pain. I don't know whether I will survive this time, third time. What is your wish for me? You want me to come back or you want me to preach? Like the Prabhupada speaking to the picture. You can see that. So that was dedicated. That's why he's saying that the age doesn't matter at all, that age of the personality. Prabhupada, the age, think about it, was 70 plus at that time. So Prabhupada showed to the world, life begins at 70. Correct, no? Generally people say life begins at what? They think actual real life begins at 20. You enjoy life, they say. But Prabhupada's life began at 70 to 82 was that period, that he created a revolution. So when Prabhupada returned to India, and of course while returning to India, one of his disciples, Janaki Mataji, she snatched Prabhupada's ticket. And she told Prabhupada, Swamiji, your flight ticket is with us. Let us see how you will go to India. And then Prabhupada was laughing. Everybody laughed. That picture you'll find in the Lilamrita. You'll find. So you can see how much these young hippies, college youths, they had affection for Prabhupada, you can see. Do you think an older man can draw such affection? Any ordinary older man? Generally, a man becomes beyond 70 in India, people generally consider such fellows nuisance. At home also, कुछ बड़बड़ मत करो. They will tell him, just go to sleep, there is a cot there. Kaavo so jao. Disturb mat karo. Because they keep on giving some upadesh, correct, no? And many grandparents want their grandchildren to sit down and hear to them, and they keep on telling their leelas also sometimes. And we don't like to hear. Whereas here you can see Srila Prabhupada, he proved the statement, old is gold. Just see, huh? So disciples were so fond of him, they were not ready to leave him. When he was going, they were in tears practically. So much he had charmed their heart, you can see that. And then when he came to India, when Prabhupada was in Prayagraj, now it's called Prayagraj, at that time it was Allahabad. Huh? So when Prabhupada was there was one very big festival, Pandal festival. On that day, Prabhupada had 8 programs, can you imagine, in one day? You will read in Transcendental Diary. So his servant who was going with Prabhupada, 3 programs he could catch up with Prabhupada. After the 3 programs, when they went to one house program, that disciple, he slept in the house only there. He was tired. Prabhupada saw that he is still tired. So Prabhupada went ahead. The 4th program. This fellow had to catch auto and chase behind Prabhupada afterwards. So who is old, who is young? So actually, the soul never gets old. Our external body may get old. So if you have a strong Krishna conscious spirit, then old age does not pose any disturbance for you. On the other hand, you can be a young boy, but if you are not enthusiastic in Krishna consciousness, our behavior will be like an old person, correct? No? See here, that's what he's saying. Materially, when a man becomes tired, read that.
Materially, when a man becomes tired, where is it?
By rendering service. In the 3rd line from bottom.
By rendering service in the physical body, he is allowed retirement. But in the transcendental service, there is no feeling of fatigue because it is spiritual service and is not on the bodily plane. Service on the bodily plane dwindles as the body grows older, but the spirit is never old, and therefore on the spiritual plane, the service is never tiresome.
Yeah, see, the spirit soul is always young and fresh. And the service on the spiritual plane nourishes the soul and makes the soul more and more blissful. It is never tiresome. So, then, is that?
Uddhava undoubtedly became old, but that does not mean that his spirit became old. His service attitude matured on the transcendental plane, and therefore, as soon as he was questioned by Vidura about Lord Krishna, he at once remembered his Lord by reference to the context and forget himself on the physical plane. That is the sign of pure devotional service to the Lord.
Yeah.
As will be explained.
So, in this way, this is the whole point. In the material field, we are given retirement. Whereas in spiritual field, there is no retirement, proper saying. The service attitude goes on increasing. So, when can the service attitude go on increasing? You have to get some rasa, correct, no? Some taste. Only then it will go on. And the taste is a blessing of Guru. And the blessing of Guru is attracted by the dedication of the disciple. That is why this topic is very important. So, see, we cannot do natak if we can't do drama in spiritual life. The disciple should be genuinely dedicated. Let me give one or two examples, you will understand. You know, when Hanumanji wanted to accept Surya Dev as the Guru, Surya Dev said, you see, I am a traveling personality. I am not in one place. I am not fixed. I am moving around the universe. So, look for another Guru. He said, no, you can keep progressing, but I will walk backwards. So Hanuman was walking back as the Surya was progressing forward. And that is how you learn from the Guru. So he did not demand Guru to, make it convenient for him. Nowadays, one brahmachari preacher has to go according to boys' convenience and give one-on-one device. Nowadays, one-on-one weekly class. It's a difficult thing. Whereas there, Surya Dev said, I am busy. But Hanuman said, I am ready to walk backwards and listen to your classes. So he was making notes, listening to Surya Dev. And after many years of learning from Surya Dev, then Hanuman asked him, what dakshina can I give you? Surya Dev said, I have one request for you. See, Surya Dev's expansion is Sugriva. He said, Sugriva, all these, Vali, Sugriva, they all are coming from different devatas. You all know that, no? Everybody. So Sugriva had come from, so he said, please take care of Sugriva. Whether rain or shine, good times or bad times in Sugriva's life, never give him up. And you are very wise, Hanuman. Huh? So your company will make him successful. Because anybody who makes friendship with wise people, those who are virtuous people, godly people, they become successful because of their good association. Huh? So you are one of the best disciples I have had. So please give company to my son, Sugriva, take care of him. Hanuman agreed. So when Hanuman came to earth in Kishkinda, at that time Sugriva was in trouble. You all know that. Vali was ruling. Vali had stolen away Sugriva's wife, Ruma. Huh? And Sugriva was actually living in Rishimukha Parvat. Huh? And he was living in seclusion like a mendicant because he was extremely afraid. You know that? Long story cut short, there was a misunderstanding between the two brothers, correct? No? Between Vali and Sugriva. Actually, Vali was supposed to kill one demon, went inside one gufa, and then loud noise came, sound. So the Sugriva was standing outside. He thought that his brother has died, and the demon killed my brother, and blood is flowing like river. So immediately he put a big stone and plugged the cave, hoping that the demon should not come out. And then weeping that my brother is dead, he went back to palace. And all the ministers told him, if your brother is gone, then at least you become the king. So he became the king on the request of the ministers. But then what happened? Was Vali dead? No. Who was dead? Demon was dead. But Vali saw the cave was plugged with a stone. So he thought, oh, my brother thought that he can plug me inside the cave and then he can take up the kingship. So he gave a kick to the stone that broke into pieces. Then came out Vali. Then he walked towards the palace. And to confirm his suspicion, he saw on the throne who was sitting? Sugriva. He ran to Sugriva and said, hey, Sugriva, I know your ill intentions. You wanted to kill me in the cave and you wanted to take over my post. I will not leave you alive. And Sugriva said, brother, listen to me. I will tell you the whole thing. What happened? He said, tell me after you die, not now. I'll finish you now. And then he had to run from pillar to post. Who? Sugriva. And Vali chased him everywhere. There was not a nook and corner of the universe where Sugriva had not gone. Everywhere he ran all over the universe. That was the reason why later on, when Sita was to be searched, Sugriva was telling Ram about all the different parts of the universe. And Ram said, hey, how are you so good in geography? So then Sugriva told, that is because my brother drove me everywhere. You ask me any part of the universe, I can tell you. So now Sugriva at last found out that there is one place Vali cannot come. What is that place? Rishimukha Parvat. So because there is one Rishi there, who had given a curse to Vali, because one day the Rishi was doing penance. Vali killed one demon, one bull demon. I don't know, remember the name. Dundubi? Dundubi. He threw that dead body of the demon there in front of the ashram. So the Rishi became upset. You have polluted my ashram area. It's supposed to be a holy place. So if you come here, your head will crack into 100 pieces, something like that. He gave a curse. So Vali couldn't go there. So he went and took shelter there. Who? Sugriva. And he was very much horrified. But when Hanuman came, it was only because of Hanuman's company, Sugriva was saved in every respect. You will see that one day Sugriva told Hanuman, look at those two big guys. The big guys, who are they? They're Ram and Lakshman. They were coming. They look like Ajana very tall, carrying bow and arrow. I am very afraid. I think Vali is sending them to beat me up. Hanuman said, wait a minute, why are you imagining problems? Unnecessarily. Let us first find out who they are. So Hanuman was very wise. So Hanuman went and made friendship with Ram, Lakshman, and then brought Sugriva to them. Sugriva was repeatedly seeing and hiding. He was very horrified. But then Sugriva became the best friend of Rama after that. And then through that, Sugriva's wife Ruma was brought back. Vali was finished. And Sugriva was enthroned. Correct, no? And then after that, Sugriva also could offer service to Ram by sending out troops of his army to search for Sita. So all these virtuous good things happened to Sugriva through whom? Hanuman. So in this way, Hanuman fulfilled the desire of his guru. Who? Son, Suryadev. You can see that. So the disciple should actively serve Guru in order to see Guru's pleasure. You should not just do, okay, Guru ne bola, isko idhar se idhar ko tika rakh diya, ho gaya hamara. You should not do like that. One should actually try to see there is a 3 levels you can do. Serve, or you can satisfy, or please. So which one you should do? Please. Let me give you an example. In Pune, one special guest came. So one brahmacharya told him, hey, it's a special guest, please take him to Prasadam hall, give him prasad, and take him for a temple tour. So this brahmachari took him to Prasadam hall. At that time he came at odd time, he came at 2:33, he came. So Prasadam was all in bureau, locked. Correct, no? He opened the bureau, gave him one plate of prasad, Prabhuji, aap kha lo. Then he locked the prasad back in the bureau. And he told him, see Prabhuji told me to take you around the temple. You see, after you finish prasad, come in front of the temple. That's a staircase up. You go to the temple hall is Radha Chandra temple. And behind that is Balaji temple. That's all. Prabhuji understood now. Prabhuji said, okay, he said. So this Prabhu, when the guest was going, I asked the guest, so Prabhu, everything is all right. I appointed one devotee for you. He said, yes, Prabhuji, are you satisfied? He said, all right, Prabhu. You see, he gave me one plate of prasad, but I wanted a little more. But he went away. I don't know where he was. And prasad was locked in the bureau. I couldn't get. I said, I'm sorry. I said, next time another guest came, I thought this fellow is not so good. He didn't do the job well. Correct, no? Then I fixed another devotee. So this devotee went, he gave him prasad and then he gave his phone number to him. And said, Prabhu, if you want second time prasad, just give me a call, I'll be there. So that Prabhuji called him, he came and he served him more. Then he brought him and said, he took him up to Radha Chandra temple hall. And said, Prabhu, if you go around the temple here, there's Dhruva pastime and there is Narasimha Lila and then Krishna Lila here. And just behind Balaji temple, Prabhu, you can leisurely take darshan, Prabhu. Do you need me or you can manage? He asked him. And the Prabhuji said, okay, I think I can manage, he said. So after he went around and came in front of the VSA, I met him, Prabhuji, are you, how was this thing? Prabhuji, this fellow was good. He gave me prasad. Second time he came and gave me, he was a little busy fellow. So he just told me how to go around. But he was more satisfied than the first fellow. Then another time, another guest came. So third guest was one brahmacharya told he did such an amazing service. He took him to Prasad hall, he sat with him, fed him prasad, asked about his whereabouts, and told about the temple, how the temple came about and everything about Vrindavan Chandra temple. And then he told the devotee that after giving prasad second time, he said, wait a minute, I'm coming. He went and brought Rajabhog sweet for him. He took the prasad. Then he went to Maduram and brought a packed prasad. He said, Prabhu, this you can carry home for your family. He said, devotee was very happy. Then he took him to Balaji temple, up, then took him to gift stall, and then, seeing all the Radha temple, everything. When he was about to leave, that devotee guest took his number of this brahmachari also. So when I met him, I asked him, Prabhuji, how was this brahmachari took care of? Prabhu, what can I tell you? What a man, Prabhu, such a wonderful devotee he is. He said, he gave me a Rajabhog sweet and he gave me prasadam, packed prasad to carry home. He took me all around the temple and showed me all the pastimes and everything, And then he said, Prabhuji, I have even taken his phone number, Radheshyam Prabhu. Even if you are not there, no problem. Whenever I come, I just give him a call. He will take care of me. I was so happy. So actually, we all need a person who can actually act even as a substitute, correct? No? See, if any of you are bringing your mother or father, brother, sister, you will be looking for a devotee who can take care of them, correct or not? And that devotee should be like first one, second one, or third one. Correct? No? Isn't it? So the third fellow, he did not just serve, he did not just satisfy. What did he do? He pleased the heart. So pleasing the heart means exceeding expectation. And that is the meaning of pleasing. So pleasing the heart is not an ordinary thing. So every one of you in your own services, ask yourself, your superiors, are you serving them or satisfying them or pleasing them? So if you please them, they will cry tears of joy. If you are not even serving properly, they will cry another type of tears. Are I got such a fellow, he doesn't complete the job. Correct? Isn't it? So, our Madhavendra Puri, he really cried tears of joy when he saw Ishwarapuri. Ishwarapuri was cleaning the stool and urine of Madhavendra Puri daily. And he was sitting next to Guruji and he was reading the Krishna Leela. Guru told, oh my dear child, you exactly know my heart. Because I am in my ripe old age, I am going to leave my body anytime. And you are reading Krishna Leela and rejuvenating my soul. I am feeling so joyful. And he touched the head of the disciple and said, may you be blessed with a fond remembrance of Krishna always. Krishna Matirastu. And then when Guru left the body, that Ishwara Puri became the Guru of, can you imagine? Lord himself wanted to accept him as Guru because he was blessed by his Guru. So if you don't carry blessings of Guru and Hari and Vaishnavas, without carrying blessing, you will not be able to touch the hearts of others. You can intellectually prepare lectures, you can be very skilled in many things, but it will not reach the hearts of people and transform their hearts. So Ishwarapuri was such a pleasing disciple. Like we read in Bhagavatam, Bruyuhu Snigdasya Shishyasya Guravo Guhyam Apyuta. Like that, Shavanaka rishis are glorifying Sutta Goswami. They are saying to Sutta Goswami, Bruyuhu Snigdasya Shishyasya means a pleasing disciple. Snigdha means a ghee is like Snigdha. Bruyuhu Snigdasya Shishyasya. Like a guru should fondly remember the disciple. Oh, such a wonderful disciple of mine. He's very trustworthy. Snigdasya Shishyasya. Guravaha. Guhyam Apyuta. Guravaha means not only Diksha Guru, but also Shiksha Gurus. A disciple should become very dear to Diksha Guru and the Shiksha Gurus. And in this way, then once such a disciple who has pleased them receives blessings. Disciple pleases Guru, Guru showers blessings. Just like, for example, a calf is very much loved by the mother cow, correct? No? When the calf comes, mother cow showers milk. Correct? No? That's why Arjuna is called as the calf. And Krishna, that all the Sarva Upanishado, Gavo, Dogda, Gopal, Nandana, correct? No? So, in this way, the Guru-disciple relationship is so much emphasized in the scriptures like this. Also, when Ram Lakshman went with Vishwamitra, in the night time, Vishwamitra would lie down. Ram will be massaging one leg and Lakshman massaging the other leg. And Vishwamitra would get up after 1 hour. He'd say, oh, Ram, Lakshman, you are not slept, please go to sleep. They will say, yes, we will go to sleep. Again, they'll continue massaging. After 1 hour, he'll again get up. So sometimes you would get up and sit down and tell, hey, both of you guys go to sleep, enough now. You tell them. So they were exceeding the expectation of Guru. Guru should say, oh, enough now. Generally, we tell Guru, enough, don't give me more service. Isn't it? Dedication means, Guru should cry tears, saying that, oh, disciple is too much overloaded or some things like that, correct? No? So the dedication to the movement means you are no more a guest in the movement. Who are you? You are host. You are not a mehman. You are a yajaman. You actually become a part of the moment that you actually, like you are sitting in the galla in your father's business, where you are collecting funds and you are doing the activities like that. So you are on behalf of Guru Parampara, you are representing ISKCON. That is the kind of role especially the inmates or the resident devotees should play. That kind of role. But ask yourself, what do you identify with the most? Do you identify more with your engineering degree and your company job and the world outside? Or do you identify yourself more with your senior brahmacharis, devotees preaching to you, or the spiritual master, or Srila Prabhupada, or ISKCON? So degree, you identify more with the second one. Then you have become more and more spiritualized. There is no problem. It's not that everybody has to become brahmachari. Everybody cannot also become brahmachari. Somebody wants to be brahmachari, most wonderful. But if one wants to marry, one can be married also. Even there are boys and girls also who very much feel aligned with ISKCON. They are very much dedicated, as I told you. Jagatarani Mataji, she was a very great cinema actress in Australia. And very famous actress, internationally acclaimed. And Burijan Prabhu, he was in Hong Kong, correct? Na? So Prabhupada asked her to marry him in two different countries across the globe. But both of them agreed to marry, and even today they are a wonderful couple. You can see that. So you can imagine how that kind of dedication. Nowadays people will ask, hey, you are telling me to marry somebody, who am I? What about my choice? You'll ask me. So Karishye Vachanam Mama Artava, what is it? Karishye Vachanam? Yeah. Karishye Vachanam Mama means mine. Karishye Vachanam Tava. Yeah. So the disciple is anywhere, anytime, any service. That is a dedication. So because these two personalities, Krishna and Sudama, earned the blessings of Guru, even after many long years, their affection for each other also did not reduce. Yeah? But on the other hand, you look at Drupada and Drona, correct now? They were earlier affectionate, later on they were fighting tooth and nail, correct now? So blessing of spiritual master is a very important thing to earn, and that comes by dedication. That's 5 minutes. Any questions? Anybody? Yes. Mike is.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much. Very nicely you are telling about dedication and determination. But I find Prabhu some stubborn, unknown obstinacy is there. Even though everything is clear, no problems, we can surrender and we can dedicate our life. But some obstinacy in one lecture, Prabhupada says dog's obstinacy. So I don't know how can I overcome for no reason. Even there is no
See, if
suffocation.
you are able to observe it, that means you understand that you are different from it. Correct now? Like, how many of you observed your body and mind from a distance and understood that there are some problems in your body and mind? How many of you observed it? We all can observe it, correct now? Like, for example, sometimes our body is not cooperating getting up in the morning. Correct? The body says sleep little more. Correct. Similarly, sometimes our mind is not cooperating. Mind wants to give some bahana, some excuse. Correct now? So, you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are aloof from both. Correct now? One has to recognize that. I am different from both. This is all trick. The body and mind are subject to tamaguna and rajaguna. But if I use my free will to listen to Guru, therefore we say, Aruna Kori Homane, don't listen to mind. Guru Mukha Padmavakya Chitte Te Koriya Aikya. We say, no? So make your will one with Guru's will. And don't listen to your mind. This I heard from many. Gopaksh Maharaj used to always say, Kabhi man ki baat mat suno, man bada badmash hai. He used to say like that. This Maharaj, what's his name? So Navagindra Maharaj used to say, Kaam bahut par jeevan thoda, us par man ka chanchal ghoda. He used to say. See, kaam bahut par, there are a lot of work to be done in ISKCON, correct now? Lot of service is there. But us par man ka chanchal ghoda. This chanchal ghoda is spoiling all my time. He's running here and there. मेरे permission कितना भाग रहा है इधर उधर. He is running in the road of sense gratification. So he would say that, मलिन मन का बात सब बेकार है. हरे नाम ही सार है और चैतन्य महाप्रभु आधार है. Like that used to say like that. Our Navagindra Maharaj. ये मन दुर्मति संसार भीतरे पड़िया आचिनो आमी. There also is a Yamana Durmati. So don't trust the foolish mind. Don't listen to the mind. Mind always goes by letharginess, lazy, crazy. My mind is in Tamaguna, it is lazy. Mind is in Rajaguna, it's crazy. So do you want to listen to lazy and crazy mind? No. So listen to Guru's Vani. Correct, no? So the more we hear lectures and study Prabhupada's purports, engage in services, we become spiritualized like iron rod put in fire. Therefore, we always say maximize Krishna time, minimize Maya time. Right now, that is something within our reach. See, this fan is rotating now. What's the easiest way to stop this fan? Yeah. There's another way also you can do. What is it? Put a big stool and climb up and try to stop the rotating fan. You will cut your hands. Correct? No, it's difficult. So mind cannot be directly controlled. But the switch is like a regulation, regulated lifestyle, disciplined lifestyle, regulated. Jaldi sona, jaldi utna, and then doing the morning chanting of the holy name, hearing the Bhagavatam. So these activities gradually bring the mind to control. Clear, no? Who else? Here this side. And then we'll take care. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I have 3 questions. Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the class.
Okay, quick.
Prabhuji, you said about anywhere, anytime, any service. So in that case, when it comes to like when one particular lecture we hear that when priority comes, first like devotee is healthy, then he can serve. So his health, then chanting, and then service. So in this, how we can apply?
Of course, your superiors are not rakshasas to drink your blood. You know, they know about your health. They will accordingly give you service. Correct, no? You know, I don't think any senior is so insensitive that now you are feverish, you are covering with a blanket and sleeping. They slap you and wake you up. Go and do service. They will not do like that. If your health is not good, you will not be given any load of service. Then they will substitute your service with somebody else. See, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, first take care of your health, then do your sadhana, and then you can do service. But sometimes we should not quote this to say that now I am only able to take care of my health and sadhana. I have no time for service. So you have to have a balance of everything because service attracts blessings. At the same time, in the name of service, you cannot compromise on health and sadhana also. Therefore, we need a mentor. Mentor is there to know about us more closely. You can explain, take help, correct, no? What is the next question?
Yes, Prabhuji. Second one is like you said the example of His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj that he's even the body is so much troubling, but still he's like means his preaching gives me so much enthusiasm.
Correct.
So how that
That
enthusiasm?
vigor and that enthusiasm is Prabhupada's blessings on him. See, because of his dedication, he has attracted such blessings that he is feeling enthusiastic without getting affected by the bodily challenges. Correct, no? Imagine if I take one pin and prick behind you, immediately you will see all the attention of the body will go there. Hey, who is that? You see mosquito right now, one mosquito is biting, all attention. But Bhishma Pitama had how many arrows? Hundreds of arrows, Sharashaya, on which he was lying. But he was not paying attention to that. He was glorifying Vishnu Sahasranam, he was speaking. Correct, no? That means he's a blessed devotee. And he's singing songs. Tribhuvana Kamanam Tamala Varanam. See how he's singing? Isn't it? Will you sing when needle is poking your back? Not one or two, hundreds of them. Actually, we can take inspiration from such great souls in our life. Now, right now, no needle is pricking us and no stroke. We are very comfortable. So we can at least think that, at least in this stage, I should be a little enthusiastic at least. Whatever enthusiasm, they have oceanic enthu, I can have iota of enthu, right now. Next.
So last one, like suppose like a brahmachari is there, and then I mean like, he's serving in temple. So suppose like when his family problems trouble him, that time how he handles, because he wants to serve also, he wants to solve that also.
Actually, he can give remote guidance to family members like mother, father, brother, sister, what to do. Many brahmacharis guide. Many family members. One mother has 2 daughters and 4 sons, 6 members in a family, and the brahmachari is the last son. But the whole family, including brothers, also take guidance from him only. Although he is the youngest son, even elder brothers say, "Hey, wo sunta nahi mera baat," he will be telling. So they have problem in the home, but they are telling younger brother. He is the youngest brother. He is able to guide them very nicely. Mother, father, everybody. He will tell them, "Hey, jagda mat karo aap log, aisa karo, waisa karo." He will tell them. Then they follow it and everything becomes all right. Sometimes brahmacharis go home also to sort out the issue. If it is related to land, if it is related to some money. Some brahmacharis have to even go to court also to help the family members get the land. They do that also. But brahmachari knows these are temporary situations. They will go solve it and come back and continue. Clear, na? Yeah.
Thank you so
What
much.
was your question?
Uh,
Yeah, cleared, no? Yeah. and then there. Here?
Means Prabhu, I have read in Bhagavad Gita, like person who performs devotional service, he is not indebted to anyone. Means then how?
Devarishirbutaptanam pitranam na kinkaro nayam rinicha rajan. That's verse.
Then here you are telling about like you should satisfy, means clear the depths of a guru. Means then how?
Clear the debts of?
Guru.
Oh, right. Here it says Deva, Rishir, Bhuta, Apta, Nranam, Pitranam, Naking Karonayam Rinicharajan. Sarvatmanaya Sharanam Sharanyam. Gato Mukundam Parikatam. Why he is cleared of all these debts? Because he is able to fully surrender Lord Krishna 100%. And who taught you that surrender? Guru. For him, you even if you give your body, mind, words, whole life, it is still not enough. So we say, Chakyuda Andilo Jai. Even if you serve Guru in million lives, still you cannot repay the debt. The debt to Guru is spiritual, whereas the debt to those people is material. So you are cleared of all the material debts, but you are not cleared of the spiritual debt. The spiritual debt will be only cleared if one is ready to serve the Guru birth after birth. Right now? Like what Krishna has given us so many things, what have we done for him? You can think about it. Like he is giving us at a physical level, food, clothing, shelter, everything. And at the intellectual level, he has given us so many subjects and materials. At spiritual level, he has given the holy rivers, holy deities, holy, books, holy devotee, holy prasad, holy name. Krishna is giving. We are taking. Correct, no? God gives and forgives. We get and forget. So this debt is spiritual. It's not material. Spiritual debt can only be, repaid back when we faithfully follow the instructions, and we therefore practice intensely, preach vigorously. Repeat? Vigorously. Then this Guru will, if Guru says that, oh, my disciple has done so nice, I am grateful to him, then you have pleased the Guru. Correct now? Yeah, one hand up there. Please go ahead, put the camera. No need. 840 also. Okay.
Prabhuji, the question is like sometimes when we try to please superiors, so we end up with displeasing, or like we not reach at that satisfactory level. So how to?
So then you can ask the superior, did I do any mistake? Please guide me. I tried my best to please you, but it didn't come out well. So maybe next time I'll take more closer guidance on how I can. Now one has to sometimes ask questions. Like one time, Bhaksan Thakur wanted, he wanted milk from one devotee. He told, go and get me hot milk, he said. So that devotee brought and gave him chill buttermilk. It was 12 o'clock in the morning. So Bhaksan Thakur said, I asked you for milk, hot milk. Why are you bringing me buttermilk, chill buttermilk? He said, no, Guruji, Guru Maharaj, the sun is very hot today. This will be better for you. He said, Arey, I wanted a hot milk for taking medicine. So you gave me what I asked you. Don't give me on your own something. Similarly, sometimes the senior is asking us to do something. So we have to check whether we are doing what they asked for. Sometimes asking many questions and noting down is helpful sometimes. Now I have to join the other class. Can I announce? Yes, take the mic.
Hare Krishna. So I thank His Grace Radheshyam Prabhuji for so wonderfully explaining us about dedication, and so beautiful pastimes came one time chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And one bonus class of Krishna Leela now. So Prabhuji takes every evening 8:40 to 9 p.m. Krishna Leela, and every morning 4 to 4:20 p.m. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Anybody wants to join, it is there in Prabhuji's website, radheshyamdas.com, online book reading. So we'll be attending Prabhuji's Krishna Leela. Hare Krishna.
Hey, I can't see the students now. Where? Okay. So this I started from 1st January. 1st January, some 1,200 people joined, 1,200. Our Zoom couldn't fit, but now we get about 300 to 400, in that range we get nowadays. Those of you who haven't taken prasad, you should take prasad. Huh? You should not eat too late. Hey, prasad is there for the devotees? Yeah. You can take a plate and sit behind if you want. Or those who haven't taken prasad, please take. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Welcome all of you. Is my volume good enough? Sound is good? Yeah, thank you. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाय चक्षुः येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण